Just start. Just start. If you're young and you have a specific interest, for me, it was business. I knew I wanted to have my own business or make my own money online. And the best advice I can give you is to just start. You may think like, what do I do? What do I choose? Etc. Etc. But the best thing you can do from having done this for like 6 7 years, started an ecom brand, turned over 30,000 euros. That I actually lost 8,000 euros. I lost all my savings essentially. Then I started doing freelance copywriting, made my first 10,000 euros profit. And then after that, I co founded an agency, scaled that up to multiple six figures with my partners. And the best advice I can give you is to just start. And if you're worried about like, what do I do? Like, do I do drop shipping? Should I do Amazon FBA? Should I do faceless YouTube channels? Whatever. The simplest advice that I can give you is just start with whatever interests you the most. Whatever makes you the most excited. When you have like that kind of like feeling, like almost like butterflies in your stomach, do that. And of course, there's a chance that it may be wrong and that you'll have to correct yourself, which is fine. But when you're young, and not even when you're young, I think even when you're older, go towards that excitement, that thing that you cannot stop thinking about, the thing that you keep doing late at night and you forget the time. Whatever that is for you, go in that direction because it's probably a good one. Whenever you feel resistance, whenever you feel like, I don't want to do this, probably is not the best direction. And of course, I'm not saying that you're going to love every single second of, the work that you'll do and you'll love it forever, every like, of course, that's kind of a fairy tale. Although it may be true. I'm not sure if you're actually going to take my advice, right? Maybe you don't even know me. But when I was anywhere between like 16 to 18, I just knew I wanted to do something. And I just got picked up by the algorithm, right? Whatever the ad was, it got me. Bro, I watched so many ads and I watched like multiple webinars. If you don't know what a webinar is basically a live sales presentation. However, the audience, the viewers, do not know this. For the viewers, it's basically like a free training. And of course, there may be value in it, but the main goal is to sell you. And God, I've been sold so hard on these things, and to me, it really didn't matter at the time. I was just so excited about the thought of making money online. And to be honest with you, like whatever that feeling or wherever that feeling of excitement takes you, there is going to come good from it. Even though I lost 8,000 euros in savings, like I cannot tell you how much I learned from that. And I cannot tell you how much I loved that project. Basically, what I did was I sold at home fitness equipment during COVID. The problem was that I was like a couple months late to the trend. And even worse, I didn't know it was a trend. I didn't know it was a trend. So I just thought I was going to, that market was going to be like fucking booming forever. It wasn't. But I learned so much from that. I learned how to communicate with suppliers. I learned accounting in actual practice because I learned it in school, of course. Financial management, although I wasn't the best at that since I lost all the money. But at least like uh, I practiced it. I learned design. I learned how to design listings for showing your products. I learned how to the basics of doing photo shoots. I learned how to set up websites. I learned how to write some copy. That's why it made it so easy for me to make my 10K profit in copywriting was because I learned it already from the e-commerce brand. And most importantly, I learned that it was possible. Now, it's so funny because I remember when I designed my super shitty listing, like my the product images. It was so ugly, bro. If I look back, maybe I can pop them up on the screen, bro. It was so ugly. And I put it live and I was so excited. I was so excited, man. And I told my dad to buy it so that he could like leave a review, you know what I mean? And I remember getting a sale and I looked at the name of the sale and I was like, who the hell is this? This is not my dad. Did he like put a wrong name or something? So literally I was so confused. I call my dad. I'm like, "Dad, did you buy? Or like did Madina buy or like cuz that's my stepmom, Madina?" And he was like, "No, no, no, like no, I need to like get my credit card." And I was like, "Bro, oh my god, a stranger bought my product on the first day." That was such a like limitation breaker. And I know this doesn't happen to everyone. It doesn't happen to everyone that you just get a sale on your first day. Because, bro, again, look at the damn listing. It was so bad. Uh, but of course, there were other factors in play as well. I was just like in the right market at the right time at that time, since it was COVID. But that showed me that it was possible. And not only that, I was getting hundreds of sales at one point. I was getting so many sales, bro. I was having trouble actually delivering them because I was packaging them manually, right? I was quality checking all the products to make sure that people got them, with high quality. I was packaging them and I was also like driving all the boxes to the post office to mail them. And at one point it got so bad. It was so crazy. I had my entire room was just filled with packages. I'm not sure if I can find a picture, but um dude, it was so crazy. And even though that business failed, looking back, I loved it so much. That was such an exciting time for me. And I will forever look back to that and be like, man, that is what started all of this. Because I know I'm going to look back when I'm like making, 50K per month, 100K per month, however it will be. I'll look back to that day and I'll be like, man, thank God for starting that brand. I don't regret it at all. Not at all. Even though it failed. And to be honest with you, any every mistake that I made, every single one, because I made a lot of them, but every single one, I'm so grateful for them. And I'm not gonna like go rant about my other mistakes because then this video would be like 2 hours long. But whatever you're thinking of starting, whatever it is, dropshipping, copywriting, editing, just start. Just start. Find some YouTube videos, tutorials, buy a course, just start. Now, of course, you can do stuff randomly, and the process will take extremely long for you because you'll have to go through a lot of trial and error. And I actually didn't do that. I did buy a course. However, of course, I was 18, so I could not afford like a $1,000 course that everyone was selling back then, and people are still selling right now. I couldn't afford 3,000, 5,000 for like a coaching program or whatever. What I could afford back then, and this is actually funny, was nothing. Because the only reason why I went for the offer was because it was a 7-day trial, and it was like an entire program on how to start your ecom brand, and it was free for 7 days, right? But bro, I was so motivated. I went through the entire course. I think it was like 20, 40 hours of content. I may be exaggerating, I don't know, but it was a lot. And I took notes and notes and notes and notes. I had like, bro, I don't even know how many pages of notes, right? Because I thought it was going to be $1,000 at the end of it. And it turned out eventually that it was not $1,000 at all. It was just like, I think like 50 euros per month, something like that, 37 euros, something like that. And then I was like, I mean, it was not nothing for me, right? But I was like, this is worth it. Let me do this. I'm already in this deep. I can do this. And I bought the course. And I just kept following everything. And to be honest with you, I do recommend you do that as well, because it'll just, you know, you'll feel more confident because you'll actually know that you're following a proven process, and you'll have someone to actually ask questions to when you don't know what to do, when you're like hit a wall, because that will happen. So basically, that was like with a community. Now, the founder of the community wasn't as available because there was so many members, but there were still like a lot of experienced people that could help, which was helpful. But yeah, I do recommend you do that. And of course, I got my own community as well, where not only do I help you get your life together, um, I want to help you develop a 10K mindset to begin with. Because if you don't have that mindset, if you don't have the foundation, you're not going anywhere, you know? So that's the first thing that you need to do. And then after that, I'll help you get your first testimonials. I'll help you strategize on how to conduct your outreach, your cold outreach. If you have no idea what that is, do some search for some YouTube videos. Please don't copy what everyone else is doing. That's stupid. And I'll help you get your first clients, right? Because I've done this before many times. And I've helped other people do it as well. And of course, I have a network as well. So I have a lot of marketer friends um, who may need your services if you're good and if they need you. That being said, the link for that will be in description. But the overall message is to just start. Just start. Follow the excitement that you feel. Go in that direction. Start and follow a proven process. Whether it's within my community or whether it's someone else's program. But just begin, man. Just begin. If you have to course correct eventually, if it turns out that you fail, brother, trust me, you will look back to that whatever first skill, first business, first venture that you had, and you will be damn proud. You will be grateful, and you will look back with so much nostalgia and so much like warm feelings inside of you. because that was the point where you actually started your journey to whatever your goal is, you know? For me, that's being absolutely free, being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want. If I want to travel to this country and go, hike mountains, or if I want to go visit like a bunch of monasteries in Greece, or whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. And all you need to do is start. All right. If you are going to, please go to the comments, actually comment start, because that will help actually commit. It will actually help you turn the button in your mind like, yes, I am going to start. I put the comments. Bellman is going to read them. He is, well, I don't have your contact information, but if I can, I will find you and I will follow up with you if you actually did start, because I would love to hear about it. Anyway, I'll keep it at this for this one. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If this did help, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe. And if it does at all help, check out the community. And I would love to see you inside. There is a 7-day trial, by the way. So you can just come in, take everything, and leave. It's up to you. Peace out.